Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin now hit a very important resistance. Ideally, I am looking for a breakout towards a new all-time high, but we need to be aware of some major liquidations that are at the moment exactly below the recent lows, and they do act as a magnet for the Bitcoin price. Let me right now show you, because only a couple of hours ago, Bitcoin hit the 1.236 Fibonacci expansion price target almost exactly, and this specific prediction I made completely public on Twitter. Couple of days ago, I said to you, just an idea for now, but Bitcoin hit the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension level almost perfectly. That is why the ABC correction could right now be finished, and we were paying attention for a push towards the downside, towards the golden Fibonacci ratio. Now, maybe some people right now are going to say to me, bro, your prediction clearly did not play out because Bitcoin did not hit the golden pocket. But in yesterday's video, and also on Twitter right here, on 25th of May, I posted prediction from yesterday playing out. The first price target was just hit because the first target is the 1.236 Fibonacci expansion level, and I talked about this specific level in yesterday's video, and also the moment Bitcoin hit it right here with this specific screenshot. And now what we are seeing is that Bitcoin is rotating directly towards the first major area of resistance, the golden Fibonacci ratio, aligning very nicely with the liquidity level at approximately or almost exactly at 110,000 US dollars. Now, maybe you're right now asking me, bro, is this the area for us to go with another long or a buy position, expecting another all-time high? And the reality is, yes. Ideally, I want to see another all-time high. I am still holding some major long positions on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and also a couple of hours ago, or actually yesterday, I entered another long position on SUI, something we also talked about yesterday. But nevertheless, we are at the moment, despite being in an uptrend, trading at the area of resistance. And as we usually say, the main strategy is to buy low and sell high. Because Bitcoin has already gotten a very nice push towards the upside, this is not the level for us to be looking for another long position, but only for a potential short or a sell position. And even myself as of right now am still interested to fire another short. I am not already holding a short position right here, and later in the video I'm going to share with you exactly where I am going to be interested in a short position. However, I need to note, looking for a short position right here is also going to be slightly more risky. Why so? Because we are clearly going against the major trend on the 1 hourly, 2 hourly, and the 4 hourly time frame. Bitcoin is moving in a significant uptrend. However, because right now we are trading at a significant level, and also because major liquidations on the 3-day time frame are not above the highs, this right here, at least in my opinion, could be a valid reason for us to look for some kind of a risky short or a sell position literally at the area where Bitcoin is trading as of right now. Because on the 3-day time frame, looking on the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, you're right now going to see, yes, we still do have some liquidations above the recent highs. However, the biggest liquidation cluster is going to be below the recent lows at approximately 106.5 thousand US dollars, which could then actually potentially mean that if Bitcoin is going to see a rejection at this specific area, we actually do see then a bigger push towards downside below our recent lows for Bitcoin to then finally hit our major liquidity level and only then potentially do continue towards another all-time high. Again, I am not saying that a rejection must happen. All I'm right now saying is that at this specific level, I am not looking for another long position. I still remain in all of my buying positions that are right now open from slightly lower, but nevertheless, at the area where we are as of right now, you should be slightly more careful if you're right now looking to fire another long position, or simply if you entered a long position yesterday from this specific level, this specific area where we are as of right now is a good first take profit. That is right now simply why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are definitely imminent, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now to share with you a very nice bullish Bitcoin indication we can identify on the daily time frame, because what we are right now going to do, let's go with some very important moving averages. That being said, we are going to go with the 200 and the 50 moving average on the daily time frame. This specific indicator is showing to us a death cross and also a golden cross. And only a couple of days ago, Bitcoin confirmed on the daily time frame a golden cross, which technically speaking, it is a significant bullish Bitcoin indication, and technically we should be expecting higher targets and of course also a brand new all-time high to happen, maybe even in the next couple of days. Now, the last time we got a golden cross was back in October 2024. And what are you right now going to see? Bitcoin first of all got a push towards downside and only then exploded towards another all-time high. And also right here, the last golden cross we got in October 2023, yes, we started going a little bit more sideways before then we actually exploded towards another all-time high. That is why I am telling to you, even though we are right now seeing a confirmed golden cross on the daily time frame, that does not mean we need to explode literally straight towards a brand new all-time high. We can still potentially do see another push down, maybe even towards the area of approximately 106,000 US dollars for us to hit a major liquidation class right here and only then continue towards another all-time high. That is why I am right now ideally looking for another short position, because we are trading at a very important area of resistance right here. And again, I would not be surprised if we do see right here a major push down. Now again, do not get me wrong, I am not bearish on Bitcoin. I want to see another all-time high. I remain in all of my long positions right here, but nevertheless, we are trading at a very important level. It is the area of resistance, and also until the area of resistance is broken, it is still the area of resistance. Now, if we do see a breakout right here towards the upside, that being said, Bitcoin goes above our major golden Fibonacci ratio from where we are trading as of right now, then simply the next target is going to be our daily high term time frame level at approximately 111.7 thousand US dollars, and ideally then we are looking for a breakout above the level and for Bitcoin to simply form another all-time high above 112,000 US dollars. But also, one important reason why I am still more interested to fire another short or a sell position at this specific area, and later in the video I'm going to share with you my exact game plan, what I'm expecting in the next couple of hours, is also because on the weekly time frame we are seeing some bearish indications. On the Adler stochastic CG oscillator on the weekly time frame, we can right now see being in the overbought area, which technically speaking it is not really going to be the biggest bullish Bitcoin indication. We were overbought only a couple of months ago. Bitcoin started seeing some quite significant pushes towards the downside. Also at this specific area, overbought, and we definitely went straight towards downside. As of right now, we are also clearly trading at the overbought area, which technically speaking is not really going to be the biggest bullish Bitcoin indication. And also looking right now on the RSI indicator, looking right now on the MACD indicator on the weekly, lower highs are being formed, lower highs right here also on the MACD, which could mean a setup for a bearish divergence. Not confirmed as of right now, but all I'm as of right now telling to you is that if you're right now still holding some major long positions from much lower, something that I'm doing as of right now, you need to pay yourself, even though yes, we can continue higher towards a brand new all-time high, the trend is still up, but nevertheless, you need to pay yourself in a case we are going to see a significant drop in the next couple days. That is also why if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar free bonus, and additionally get yourself an iPhone 16 with the first link down below, because Bybit exchange is right now giving to you a very nice reward, an iPhone 16, AirPods, Ethereum, or maybe even some Polkadot, because you can right now enter the lucky draw. All you have to do is to register with the first link down below, deposit for the first time, and then simply make sure you create some volume, at least 100 US dollars for you to get the one spin in the lucky draw, or 500 US dollars on spot, and you're going to get 4 chances in the lucky draw. Now, additionally, go into the rewards hub right here, because only after you create an account, you're going to get 20 USDT, deposit 100, and you're going to get 10 USDT, and then also open your first $10 trade for you to get another 20 USDT with the first thing down below after you register and after initial deposit. Now, let me also share with you what is right now going to be my exact game plan on Bitcoin, and additionally, what is right now happening with Ethereum and also with SUI, because yesterday I also gave you a very nice trading idea on SUI USDT, which is at the moment also seeing a very nice bounce towards the upside, exactly from our price target. But more about the altcoins slightly later. Right now, let me share with you first of all what ideally I would like to see to happen in the next couple of hours on the Bitcoin chart itself, where I am interested to potentially also fire another short position. Now, we need to identify where is Bitcoin trading as of right now, and as we already said, we hit the major golden Fibonacci ratio that is aligning very, very nicely also with the recent lows right here. The recent lows are acting as the area of resistance, so that is why we could be interested going with a short or a sell position on Bitcoin, ideally after we do see potentially another push towards the upside, towards this specific zone of resistance. Why ideally I would still like to see another push up? Simply because paying attention right now to the money flow or the RSI indicator on lower term time frames, clearly we are forming quite a significant hidden bullish divergence. Lower lows are being formed right here on money flow, lower lows on the RSI, higher lows on the Bitcoin chart itself. So ideally, I want to see another push towards the upside for us to take out the recent highs right here, and for Bitcoin to potentially hit also the low that was formed only a couple of days ago at approximately 110.4 thousand US dollars. And then you need to pay attention to the reaction. Remember, I am not going to FOMO into a short position exactly when the level is going to be hit. We need to then see a reaction towards downside, and for Bitcoin to ideally start closing candles below this specific high at approximately 110 US dollars. If that is then going to happen, of course, we can be looking for a short position, stop loss above the recent high, targeting lower targets, or ideally maybe even another lower low, because then of course we are going to pay attention towards a major liquidation cluster. Now, this specific low right here is not going to be the first take profit area. The first target can actually be the 1 hourly fair value gap. That being said, we can go right now and identify this specific zone of support that is right now also very nicely aligning with the value area low, because this specific level, it is going to be the last volume support level on Bitcoin, and also this specific level is then going to be the golden Fibonacci ratio. So I would say like that, if we are going to be looking for a short position right here, once again note, we are going against the trend. The trade is slightly more risky, however, I still do think it is worth taking the risk, especially because we have a major liquidation cluster below us, and also personally, I can simply afford to take another loss on this specific position if it's going to occur, because I have definitely made a lot of gains on all of my long positions that are right now still opened from much lower. Nevertheless, you need to know exactly how much you're risking if you're going to short with me, and additionally, take profits along the way. The first best take profit area, at least in my opinion, it is going to be this specific zone, let's just say at approximately 108.5 thousand US dollars, golden Fibonacci ratio or the value area low. Somewhere in this specific zone, first take profit area, with the second one being this specific low, and then with the third one, as we actually said already before, being this major area of support on Bitcoin at approximately 106,000 US dollars. Let's see if the trade is going to play out. Again, I do not know if it's going to play out. That is why we need to have proper risk management. The trade is slightly more risky because we are going against the trend, but nevertheless, I also don't want to miss in a case Bitcoin is right now already going to see a major dump towards downside. Now, talking about other trades on different altcoins, remember what we said yesterday with SUI USDT. We were looking for another long position after we are going to hit this specific support level, and that is simply why I am holding right now already a long position on SUI. But of course, also with this specific trade, if Bitcoin is going to right now see another dump towards downside, I'm also prepared to get stopped out at break even if we we are right now going to continue slightly lower towards downside. The next target on SUI is then going to be the anchored VWAP at approximately 3.2 US dollars. Now, additionally, Ethereum only a couple of hours ago already took the liquidity above the recent high, exactly the same as Bitcoin. So I would also not be surprised if we are going to see a bigger push down on Ethereum in a case Bitcoin is also going to dump. Now, again, do not get me wrong, I am not bearish on Bitcoin, even though I'm right now more interested going with the short position, and ideally, I still want to see another all-time high to be formed in the next couple of hours, in the next couple of days. That is why I am ideally looking for a breakout towards the upside. However, I know exactly this right here is not the level for us to go with a long position because it's the area of resistance. And again, even if I'm going to get stopped out of the short position right here, I still remain in all of my longs on Bitcoin and also on different altcoins. That is right now also why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the 30,000 US dollar free bonus and potentially get yourself a brand new iPhone 16 with the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. And also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.